Record.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do a fleet this time too.
Oh, Tyson
that?
is gonna fleet. Have you been fleeting?
No, not at all. This will be
Oh,
my first fleet.
yeah. I did one the other day. I made my kid cry.
Good. Did they like it?
The people liked it, but my son didn't like it.
Why did you make him cry? How?
I didn't do it on purpose. That I was doing a viral fleet to him, and then I said, "You just got fleet," and then he's like, "What fleet? What does that mean?" And then that's what made him cry.
That was the end.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm learning to fly.
Dun, 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 dun.
How do I do a fleet? Here we go. Capture.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have to give access to anything? Video. Do I want capture or video? Just capture, probably.
Yeah, capture is going to be like a screen capture, unless you're watching us on your phone.
Yo, dudes, this is my first fleet of all time. I am going live with the News AF podcast, the strongest and best podcast in the game. I think we all know that. We're all in agreement. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and that's it. That's all I have for you. Okay, see ya.
Want to say
No
hi
room for
to
dissent.
Rox in the chat. Yes, Rox, I sent that. Yes, you should open that package. That is authorized from me. Okay. All right.
You sent Rox a package?
I did. Yeah. Well, she sent me something. And someone wanted to send her back a surprise.
Nice. Tis the
all right.
season.
Yes.
Tweeted it.
Hi to Tara in the chat. Tara has an air
Everybody's here.
fryer. Yeah.
Oh, air
great.
fryers are the
Air fryers are
best,
awesome.
dude. How do you know Tara has an air fryer?
She's in the patron group.
Oh,
I met
air
her.
fryers are the best for nugs and for fries.
Dino nugs, yeah.
Yeah.
Dino
Good-
nugs and
good
fries.
for anything. Yeah.
They're good for a lot. I put fish fillets in there. I bet put a lot of stuff in there, dude.
Yeah. I mean, maybe
So-
don't put soup in there. But other than that,
I bet you
whatever.
could get a soup
You
going
can
in
probably
there.
get away with some soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't advise it, but I think it might work.
It
Yeah.
would kill all the germs that Danny was bringing
Normally,
home
I
from
would
the
just
hot soup
eat.
bar.
Gobbling up other people's germs right in my mouth.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You ready to play News AF?
Yes.
Okay.
Are
I'm so
you?
excited to talk about our top story today because I figure that I'm lucky that I have like the two people who I think can crack this case open to be able to talk about the mysteries of Utah.
A monolith.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay. This is like the most News AF thing that ever happened. Okay. All right. You ready?
Mhm.
All right. Here we go. Hey, everybody. What's going on? I'm Rob Sesternino back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories here on November 24th, 2020, only on News AF. Jenna, I'm trying to filibuster. Let's just start it over again. Okay. That was just for the video.
That
I
was
did not
just
have the
for
button
video.
ready.
And I was ready to dance, and that would have thrown me
All
off.
right. All right. Take two. That was just for the video. Okay. All right, Scott, this is the real opening. Okay. Hey, everybody. What's going on? I'm Rob Sesternino back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories here for the week of November 24th, 2020 on News AF.
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual news.
Yes, that's right. Here we are. It's Thanksgiving week, and we have gathered together with our loved ones, virtually, of course, to talk about another week of incredible news stories. And of course, here at the Thanksgiving table, a man who is pickleball's top influencer. Here he is. Tyson Apostle. Tyson, how are you?
Fantastic. I am still pickleball's top influencer. I don't think that's going away
No.
ever.
Nobody's even
And
on your heels.
Nobody is even on my heels. I'm crushing the game. I'm having a great time. And and that's it. So
That's it.
I'm here. I've got my new Nature with Tyson sweatshirts
New
on.
color?
I got a new color. I got maroon and I got baby blue.
Mhm.
And the manufacturer said the baby blue would never sell, and it's almost sold out.
Awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Show them.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that you like dared the customers out there to I bet you won't buy this.
Yeah. Well, I started doubting myself, and
Don't
I
ever
love
do
it.
that.
I love it, but when the manufacturer was like that, I don't think that's going to sell. And I was like, you got to do it. And they were pushing me towards navy blue. And I was like, everybody has a navy blue sweatshirt.
Mhm.
Everybody, you could go to your closet and get a navy blue sweatshirt. And you couldn't get a baby blue one. So we did it. And both of them are selling like hotcakes.
Okay. Love hotcakes and baby
Mhm.
blue sweatshirts.
Both. Do you want one?
Sure.
What size?
Um
They're slim fit. I'm wearing
Okay.
a large. You could probably do a medium.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like the medium can be a little small.
Okay, you can do a large if you want.
Yeah, I don't know. This is what I struggle with, Tyson. Such is the life of a Marge.
How tall are you,
5'10".
and how much do you weigh?
Tyson, I don't like to talk about that on a podcast. I don't like to
Like
get-
Plus, that's
210.
not very
I'll
nice
text
to
you. I'll text you after the podcast.
Okay, I think a medium because I'm wearing a large and I'm quite
Okay.
a bit more rotund and also
Mhm. Yeah.
taller.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Danny, what size do you want?
I'm
Medium or
usually
large?
Medium. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and you
Okay.
want to show off your muscles too, so this will fit you nice and tight. It's a
Super
slim fit
tight.
medium. Yeah, you'll love it.
Slim. Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Sounds good. All right. Of course, the man who's the slim fit medium, Danny Bryson.
Thanks. Yes.
I feel like
That's
that
the
Danny
thing
was
people
saying that
always
he's
say
more of
about
a slim fit large.
No, I'm typically just a regular medium in almost everything, which makes shopping for discounted clothing a nightmare because I guess a lot of people are also mediums. You want to be either one side of the extreme or the other. Super
Yeah.
huge
Like
or super
4XL,
tiny.
you can always find
You get everything for
just start at the clearance rack because
Yeah,
they're always going to have
70%
stuff for
off.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like nice. I mean, you don't fit in airplanes if you're on the larger size or cars, but man, you're getting all the clothes for the cheap.
Yeah. People don't talk about that enough of like some of the advantages of triple XL, 4XL.
Yeah. So my feet are 8.5 or a 9, and I always find shoes on sale.
How
but
do you
if you're
balance on those?
I don't. I tip forward a lot. But if you are 10, you never find shoes
That's
on
me.
sale.
10 and a
Yeah.
half.
Yep.
I can't ever find them.
Yeah, suck it, Danny. You should just get all your toes removed so that you can start buying
Save money.
8.5s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
Get the best shoes at cheap prices, dude. I know that I can get on Air Jordan's website or Fila or whatever and find exactly what I want on sale.
Lucky you.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm very excited to get into the news.
What size
AF.
feet do you wear? Is that why? Dan, Rob, what size feet
No,
do you wear?
I'm like Danny. I'm like a 10 and a half.
Oh,
But,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry.
But I don't buy that many shoes, so I don't really notice that. Like, I don't know what I'm missing out on.
Yeah. Well, you should. 'Cause you can get on there, look at Jordans. They're like $150, and then you're like, "Dang, dude, I wish I had those." And then you put in the size 8.5 or a 9, and it drops down to like $65. You're like, "That's so perfect." Cindy Wigglesworth in the chat says, "Try looking for size 15 men's shoes." I can't believe, Cindy, that you wear a 15 in a
Well,
man.
maybe it's not
That's
for
like
her.
a 17 in a woman's.
Yeah. I don't know.
16 and a half.
Yeah. But it's Thanksgiving week. Danny told us right before we came on that he's not a Thanksgiving fan. Have we heard this before?
No, never.
Yeah, we
He's
have
always been a
every
proponent
year.
of Thanksgiving.
Every year.
You've always been
Yeah.
pro Thanksgiving.
What
Yeah,
was your take?
proponent
It's
of
peasant
abolishment.
food?
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like food that people ate a long time ago when they didn't have any other options.
Uh-huh.
What
And
should
it's
the
like-
Thanksgiving meal be?
Uh,
A buffet, like
Yeah.
a Golden
we all go
Corral
to
buffet.
Chocorama. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it shouldn't be turkey.
Mhm.
Turkey is so gross. We have so many delicious meats. I think I'd rather have an Impossible turkey.
Oh,
It's a
have they
turkey.
made an impossible turkey? I
An
know they have a
entire turkey?
turkey.
Look, if they
Yeah.
had, we would have talked about it because it would be coming out probably a month ago.
Yes. Okay. Of course. Rebecca Liz in the chat says IHOP Thanksgiving. That
was the best. That was the best one ever. I'll
Yes,
never forget.
That's the best one you ever had?
Yes.
I'm on the cusp of having my best Thanksgiving ever.
Yes.
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
excited.
interesting. This is from TKM Jess. Are you celebrating Thanks throwing away this year? Is that a thing? Is that like a Marie Kondo thing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you throwing away? Your possessions?
Probably everything. Your life.
Elon Musk in it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just going to do a quick Google search. No, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Maybe this is
made up.
maybe-
We got to patent pendant it. So before anybody else does, trademark.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff I
Yeah.
could throw away at my house.
Really
Yes.
list everything.
Oh, well,
Okay.
I can tell you right now, in my office, my
Mhm.
little girl has this broken magical staff
Mhm.
that's been broken for a year. And we've discussed this before. Whenever you throw something out, a kid like senses it. Like if they were asleep, they'd all of a sudden awake and like know that this force has been disturbed and then go straight to the trash can.
Someone you work with has a magical staff that's
No,
broken?
No, in my office upstairs. Not
Yes. Okay.
My little girl has one, and I've tried to
Yes.
get rid of it. And every time I do, she finds out somehow. She's got like a sixth sense, where
Dude.
she knows like her favorite stick is being thrown away,
Yeah,
or her
that's
favorite
kids.
box is being smashed. It's a
Hmm.
nightmare. So it's like I have all this junk that kids don't play with until I pick it up to throw it in the trash, and then it's their most beloved possession. Apparently,
Dude.
the minute I
Mm.
touch it.
Bergen will go to throw something away and be like, "Who threw my things away?" And I was like, "Not me. Definitely not me." And it's
Smart.
not me because I know that that's what's going to happen. If you discard a child's thing, you can't put it in the kitchen trash. You got to go all the way out to the
Take
trash
it
can,
outside. Yeah.
take it outside, because they'll open that
Incinerate it.
kitchen and they'll pull it out and it'll have like cantaloupe guts and stuff all over it. And they're just
It's like you
"This
work
is
for the
my
mob.
thing."
I got to roll up her wand in a carpet, take it out to
Yeah.
the desert at like 2 in the
Exactly.
morning, dig a hole.
Douse it in fire, dig a hole, douse it
Yeah.
in gasoline, light it up, then bury it. And
People will
then,
come out, they're like, "What are you doing?" Someone called the cops. They'll be like, "No, I'm just trying to get rid of my kids' broken toys." And they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
fine,
Yeah,
set that
right.
on fire. I'll help you."
dude, we should start a service, do you think, to make kids' broken toys
We stage
disappear?
robberies
Mhm.
Yes.
where we break into the house and take just all the broken toys, scare the crap out of the kid. "Give me that toy, kid!" And then just throw it into a bag, maybe push the kid down and run away. That's
Mhm.
the parents like, "Oh, I'm so glad, dude. I finally got rid of that toy."
So good. Yeah.
Well, I gotta talk about this top story at this hour here
Okay.
because I was saying before we came on, I think this might be the most News AF thing that's ever happened because we have two nature enthusiasts hailing from the very state where this natural occurrence has happened, where in Utah, a helicopter pilot, I thought it was Danny first, before I read the article. A helicopter spotted a shiny metallic monolith somewhere in the Utah wilderness, and nobody knows what it is.
So let's talk about the picture.
Yes.
Do you think so? What it is just like the one from 2001 Space Odyssey. It looks very similar.
Yes.
Similar. Big, shiny, silver, metallic, somewhat reflective. They say about 10 feet tall. And it's kind of in like this red rock cul-de-sac, I guess is a way to describe it.
Okay.
Um,
Like a canyon ending in a dead end of cliffs.
a
Okay.
dead end canyon. A couple questions that I have is one, is that solid rock or sand that it's sticking into? Because it looks like sand. And if it's sand, then this was done by somebody fairly recently.
Okay.
If it was solid rock, I'm far more intrigued.
Danny's
like-
on the case. Okay. All right. So Tyson, are you able to make out what is the ground that the Utah monolith is set into?
I mean, it looks like there is sand there, but what's underneath it?
Probably just more
Like-
sand.
If it goes into solid rock, that's crazy. Even if it goes into sand, it's still crazy. Could people drive it there or fly it there? How heavy is it?
Probably someone flew it there.
How come there's no
Aliens.
footprints? Yeah.
Well, because it got washed out. It's in like a little
Mhm.
wash area. You can see the water
Yes,
comes down.
I can see it.
The question is, how close to a road is this?
What's it
what I
made
thought.
out of?
What's it made out of? How much does it weigh? And does it go into solid rock? If it goes into solid rock, my interest goes up
aliens.
a millionfold. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
aliens. Solid rock, aliens.
And like a super, like if it's like a super expensive metal or a super rare metal or something like that,
Yes,
that also
meteor
increases.
metal. Like that
Yes.
guy found that $1 billion worth of meteor
Yeah.
rock. That if
But
it's
what
made
about-
out of that material.
That would be major sus if that happened last week or 2 weeks ago, and now this, and it's the same material. Then we just know that
Yeah,
thing's
but look at
worth
the shape.
1.3. Well,
Very
yeah,
cool
but
shape.
you smelt it down, and then whatever metal workers
Look,
do with
the most
metal.
convincing thing for me to believe that this is aliens would have been if the guys who found it went up and touched it and vaporized immediately.
Mm.
That's newsworthy. Like just vaporizes into dust.
Do you think that the helicopter who claimed to have spotted it is the perpetrator of actually placing it here?
Yeah, he could be. He doesn't necessarily work, from what I gather. He's a contractor, so he does fly for fun, as well, my guess. So I think a guy with a helicopter did this, which means that there's only a handful of those people, and
Self-report.
I know most of them.
Mhm.
So eventually
Self-report.
it'll come out.
Yeah.
The person who does this is a hard secret to keep once it breaks and it becomes viral. Now the guy
Yeah.
who did it wants credit because he's like, oh, it was me.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just
Everybody
like
feels that way.
Just like owners of helicopters want everyone to know they own a helicopter, they will then
Everyone wants-
that type of personality
Yeah.
will not be able to keep this a secret.
It's like, dude, yeah, anyone who jammed a giant like monolith into the dirt and they got it viral, they'll
Mhm.
want to tell people. I think we'll find out within a month. We'll find out who did this.
Now, Danny, is this one of the reasons why you want?
Why don't we just
that-
claim that we did it?
Because we
I
don't have
mean-
any proof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
but
we
we don't
did.
need proof. We just say that we did it. We get it
Tell
out
the
there that
guy.
we did it, and then the guy will come forward and be like, "No,
How we-
actually, I did
yeah,
it."
that's how
Then
we
we'll
smoke
know
him
who
out.
did it, but
Yeah.
everyone will still think that we did it.
Danny, is this part of the reason why you want to be a helicopter pilot so that you could be the person who's out there combing the Utah wilderness
yeah.
looking for monoliths?
That's a huge part of the reason why. Dude,
Mhm.
the flying a helicopter, you see so much cool stuff.
And skeletons and stuff.
Yeah, skeletons, animals, now apparently alien artifacts.
Mhm.
You can see all those things from a helicopter.
Ancient
And the land,
artifacts
go
as
check them
well.
out. Yeah. So this is cool. Also curious where someone gets something like this made. Like, do
Yeah.
you go to a metal shop at high school or, I mean, who's out there making these things for helicopter people?
Okay.
How-
And
Well-
who is the nation's leading monolith maker?
Yeah.
You just question them and see if they made this or if they recognize the construction from
Yeah.
another monolith shop.
So I guess we should talk about this because this is News AF of, okay, so then who did this and why? Will this Tyson turn out to be some sort of a promotional stunt
Yeah.
like when
Very
IHOP
good
changed
point.
its name
Yes.
to International House of Burgers, where it was
Yeah.
like, hey, remember that Utah monolith?
It's
It turns
probably
out, yeah,
Bang
this is a
Energy.
Super Bowl commercial.
it's Bang energy drink or Fit Tea.
Fit Tea.
Yeah.
This
I
will
don't
this
know.
open and something come out of it?
No. This
Here's
is just a hunk of metal.
You know what the interesting thing is, and either the helicopter pilot was involved with putting this in there,
Mhm.
or this is close to a road or major trail. Otherwise, if you put an object like this in a random place in the desert that's inaccessible to hikers or cars, what game are you playing? You're counting on someone to stumble into a place that no one ever goes. What are the
That's
odds
what
that
you
could
want.
die without it being found? But that's what I want to know. I want to know how close this is to a trail. Because if this isn't close to a trail,
Yeah.
then the person who put it there, if it wasn't the helicopter pilot, it's not a branding thing. It's not a marketing thing in that case.
But
Have we
it's just
checked what's
whatever-
underneath it? Maybe there's a treasure chest filled
Oh.
with gold.
Yeah,
a giant
you're right.
magnet, maybe.
Yeah. Ted from Connecticut says maybe it's a sundial.
Could be.
Yeah, I guess it could be a sundial.
But just
That-
look how shiny and reflective this is. If this
I
thing
know.
had been
It's
out in the
stainless
wilderness
steel, right?
for hundreds of years, Like this thing would be covered in dirt and sand,
Yeah.
and this thing looks like it just came out of the box yesterday.
Yeah. So the
Alien
helicopter pilot,
nanotechnology.
well, the helicopter pilot landed, jammed it in, took a picture, reported it, and now the world's going
No,
crazy.
that's not how it got found. The way it got found is they were counting bighorn sheep
Yeah,
and
that's
what
what
I'm
they
guessing
say. Yes,
in the
that's
San Rafael swell.
that's what they say.
That's what it looks like. And then they stumbled across this. So many
But
questions. If another one
That's their
shows up,
story. Yeah.
if
Okay.
another one shows up somewhere else, right? Then this becomes a more interesting story. If they're like, oh my gosh, we found one jammed into like a glacier.
Does it make it more interesting? Because I feel like then it's just crop circles over again.
Yeah, maybe this is the new 2020 crop circle equivalent. Remember, it's 2020. So
Yeah.
I mean, we
I'll
don't
tell
know.
you right now, I wish I had a palette full of monoliths to go hide all over. Man, that would be
Yes.
awesome.
Do you think
Wait, you don't think this is the person who finds this gets a tour of the Jelly Belly factory, do you?
Or the person who finds this gets the old man's gold, the whatever that dude's name is that wrote that book.
Don't get Danny started about that again.
I'm going to say Gillette. Gillette razors.
Gillette.
Yeah. Don't you think so? I don't
It
think
looks
it's going to
good.
be an energy drink.
You think Gillette razors? I think maybe they are relaunching the AMC DeLorean, which was famously made out of stainless steel.
Now is the time to do that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Could this be
Tesla.
a goop stunt?
it's goop. Yeah,
That
that's
won't
the
fit in
new
your
jade
butt.
egg. They decided
Mhm.
that jade eggs are actually more efficient when they're spiky and triangular.
Titanium rods are the new
Yeah.
jade egg.
Exactly.
Danny, do you
think
know where
is
this is?
titanium?
I have an idea where it is.
Do you think we
but
could
would
go
just
find
be a
it?
guess. I would like to find it. I would love to go out there and find it and tug on it and try and tip it over and see what it's stuck into.
Okay, can you
Why are
say
you
that
laughing,
again?
Rob? Why?
Because
Why is
Danny, if somebody's
Guys,
just
why
tuning
are
in,
you
we're
laughing?
talking about the obelisk, everyone. Right,
Look,
Rob?
I want to know
Right.
how if it's in rock or not. That's to me the biggest question. Is it in rock or not? And if it's not in rock, the next thing I want to know is how close is a trail? Those are the two questions that need to be answered. Okay. And I
Mhm.
need to find this thing so I can answer them. I'm not going to get answers from the government. They
Yeah.
probably surrounded this thing with barbed wire and armed guards by now.
Which is
Mhm.
hilarious that they would do that, but also admits a little bit of that does seem suspect, you know? Like all of a sudden, Area 51 has one little teeny arm that extends all the way out to this thing and covers it. And you're like, oh no, that's crazy.
Yeah. A lot of speculation. Nobody knows what it is and how it got there.
I bet it was Admiral Jeff Blue Jeans.
Yes.
Is this a character in your new comic book idea?
No,
Like, who
Admiral
was-
Jeff Blue Jeans is the crew member from the filming of The Mandalorian, and half his body is shown in one of the scenes, and it's just a dude in blue jeans and a t-shirt with his arm, and he has a watch on, and everybody's been going crazy for it.
Oh, that's the blooper. I didn't click on that. The
Yeah.
Mandalorian blooper.
That's
I-
the Mandalorian blooper, and everybody's been, dude. I went down a wormhole yesterday
any
with
article with a big circle, I don't click on because
Yeah.
nothing feels more clickbaity than a picture with a big red circle.
it. Well, I saw it all over Twitter, and guys were making like Lego mock-ups of the new character Admiral Jeff Blue Jeans, is what they've been calling him.
Mhm.
And they also had a regular action figure, and it's just like a brick wall with like half his body poking out because that's all you see. But this could be, you know, a Mandalorian stunt. And
Yeah, this looks like where they would shoot an episode of The Mandalorian. Is
Yeah.
this maybe promotional
Also a
materials
good
for
point,
The
Rob.
Mandalorian?
it could
Yeah.
be an old movie set from
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Excellent theory.
Okay. All right, we will keep you posted on Utah Monolith news, and if
Mhm.
you get any hot tips, please send them our way. Post them in our
Yes.
Facebook group.
Get
Love
'em
to
there.
know what's going on with the Utah Monolith that everybody is talking about here. Thanksgiving week of 2020. All right. Let's talk about another story. And this is this is a sad story. Last week we talked we were riding high last week because it turned
Mhm.
out that hey, if you are under 47 years old, you have not hit
You haven't peaked.
you haven't peaked yet. But just on the other side of that peak is a real valley because the study
Rashes.
shows people over 45 are at greater risk of sexually transmitted infections, according to a new study.
Yeah, it makes sense. They're turning more to prostitutes as they lose their good
No,
looks.
I
They're
don't think
attracting
that's-
mates. No?
That is, I do not believe that's what the study
Oh,
has
okay.
said.
Swinger
that was
parties,
nice.
swingers
No, no,
parties. You think it's
We'll
swingers
talk
parties?
about swinger parties later. But
Okay.
no discussion of sex work here in the study. What we did find is that I think that older people are just like, hey, I don't know, like I'm not
Who
some
cares?
teenager.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
wait,
don't
is that the
consider-
attitude? Is that what
They
you're
don't
saying?
yeah, especially if it's like, hey, well, you can't get pregnant, so they
Yeah.
don't consider the possibility of STIs.
Well,
Sexually transmitted infection?
do you think we need to start? Yeah. Do you think we need to start some type of
PSA?
campaign where we
Yes.
PSA? Yeah. So
Yes.
you go first, Rob, or I can do it.
Okay.
Hello, party people. Tyson here from Survivor and critically acclaimed podcast News AF. I'm also the #1 pickleball influencer in the
Nice.
world, and I just have something to say for all you 45 plusers out there. You don't need to raise your hand, but STIs are running rampant through your demographic, and one thing you can do to be safe, the best thing you can do, is abstain completely.
Stay
And
away
so,
from me.
We are promoting abstinence, complete abstinence. I wouldn't even kiss anybody, and this is the safest thing you can do for yourself and others in your demographic. So just because it's harder to impregnate at this age does not mean you are immune to
Also, maybe throw in
STIs.
see something, say something. kind of
See something,
a line.
say something. If you trick someone into having unprotected sexual activity with you, please turn them in to the Mormon Church authorities ASAP so that they can have the swift arm of spiritual justice crash down in their faces.
Okay.
I don't think that's
That-
going to deter
That
anyone.
was
Tyson.
wordy.
That was way too long. It's got to be catchy. It's got to be buzzy. It's got to have a good song in the background. By the
Mhm.
time you got halfway through, people were like, you know what? I'm so bored. I think I'm going to go have reckless sex.
Okay, here we go.
No. Sorry, you're fired.
Hey, what's up, guys?
You're not the Jelly
Tyson.
Belly pitchman anymore.
Yeah.
Tyson, is a level B celebrity, maybe C. Anyways, do you want your genitals to fall off? I don't think so.
Going with fear. Good call.
Yeah, that's it. We're going to
Hmm.
publicly shame you, and your genitals will fall off, which will make us publicly shame you more. So please
By the way,
be
what's
safe
the
out
difference
there.
between an STI and an STD?
They're the same.
Hmm.
Just a
and then we have
definition.
DD.
One's a disease, one's an infection.
Yeah, I don't know if they consider like
Because
if-
STI doesn't sound that serious. Like, oh, STI, it almost sounds like I'm a member of an investigative team.
Coming to Quibi. It's STI over 50.
Serious. Where an STD, we all know STD, but when I heard STI, I was like, oh, that,
No,
I don't know what
NS.
that is.
What's the investigative unit?
CSI.
CSI STI.
Yeah. I mean,
Welcome to CSI STI
STI.
Miami.
so the good news is that for people that are in the demographic of 45 to 65, they are seeing a rise in sexual activity in
Did you
that
use
age
rise?
bracket. I mean,
Rise.
you could. It's going up. Yeah.
Okay.
And the bad news is that maybe not everybody there is thinking about the protective measures that need to be taken still, especially in communities that are socioeconomically disadvantaged.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Yeah.
glad we're going to talk about that. I didn't know if it had been put
Are
on
we?
the list.
Are we
That they broke up that swingers club.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about that? All right. Well,
Well, I mean, it ties in well with this one.
okay. All right. Well, let's go. Let's talk about in New York City. You look there. They have been on high alert, taking a look at the COVID infection rate. They're closing New York City public schools, but there is a New York City sex club has been shut down for not following the rules on mass gatherings. I like that there is some thought of that that had the sex club been following the rules, they could have stayed open.
Dang, dude.
Only they had followed the rules.
Yeah, there were 80 attendees at the illegal swingers club, which was shut down over the weekend. The New York City Sheriff's Department tweeted out, deputy sheriffs shut down illegal bottle/swingers club at 4019 20th Avenue, Queens. 80 plus people, violation of emergency orders, no liquor license, warehousing liquor, 2 organizers and 1 patron charged with multiple misdemeanors. There was some signage also displayed. The place is called Welcome to Caligula, New York. And it looks like there's like an officer that I don't know if she wanted to have her picture taken in front of the sign.
For Caligula.
Do you think that, Danny, are you going to continue paying your membership dues, or do you think you can put those on pause until it reopens?
So that's like, I've asked them to put a pause on my account. The most disturbing thing about this is that the way it was described was they had one room where they walked in, the cops did, which I'm sure you become a cop to have this exact moment. And there were a bunch of people engaged in naughtiness in a room full of mattresses. And that doesn't sound romantic or horn doggy at all. And then just outside of that door, it sounded as if they had a buffet going. It's like a combination of all of the worst things.
And this is what's probably escalated our previous story, is that all these plus 45ers, I mean, we're all only 41 or 42, so we're immune, as far as I know, to STIs and STDs currently. But at 45, these guys are going in there, they're getting their STIs, their STDs, plus they're breaking all the other germ rules.
Spreaders.
Yeah.
They're super spreaders. Yeah.
How many police officers do you think showed up for this call when this came in over the radio?
Don't go in there. Don't go in there.
All of them.
The COVID violation at the Caligula sex party. We're going to need some backup to go in and break this thing up, okay?
Yeah. Lots of naked people.
By the way, I'd be like, don't go in yet. Don't go in. I'm almost there.
Yeah. Wait for me. The boss told you guys to wait for me. I got to get there. I actually have to go in first. Thank you.
Yeah. Deputies say they arrived right after midnight and allegedly observed 3 couples engaged in sexual intercourse in one small room
filled with mattresses. That was in the article I read. Filled with mattresses.
No word on mask usage.
Were they naked mattresses, like no sheets on
that's
them or
what
anything?
I picture.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing too.
Naked mattresses from wall to wall, and then outside the buffet is just pumping. It's just, this to me sounds like a nightmare. They should just go in with flamethrowers, and only fire can clean this place out.
Yeah, this is lots of stuff's coming from this, including probably bed bugs.
Oh my gosh,
all of it. Yeah,
what a nightmare.
To any sex party organizers in the tri-state area, please remember Governor Cuomo has put the Astoria, which is where this took place, in the yellow zone, which means you can only have 25 people at a gathering. So that is way over.
80 people.
That's a lot.
People. At a buffet. Oh, I don't know what's more disgusting.
79 men and 1 woman. Or do you think they were all men?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure these clubs you have to bring, it's like to get in, you have to bring a woman.
Yeah. So you have to
I don't
find
know
a sacrificial lamb, so to speak, as your ticket.
I'm so clueless to how any of this works. But look, if and I know what people are going to say, Rob, you hate food. But if I'm going to a sex party, I'm going to eat before I show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to cramp up in the middle of a performance.
Well, and you don't want to go to the buffet at the sex party.
And also, you don't want to get farts. Yeah. Who knows what they're serving there? Could be a lot of broccoli.
In fairness, Tyson, not the sex party shame, that I do feel like that once you are at an 80-person sex party, I don't think that you're grossed out by what's on in the chafing dish.
That's true.
Like you're not like, true. Whoa, I'm not touching that hot soup. Do you know how many hands have been on that ladle?
Yeah, I guess you're right. And I mean, earlier you were talking about perhaps doing a News AF sex party and renting this place out, but I think that's off the table, especially in this climate.
It's a slippery slope. You should have turned around and walked out when you saw the buffet, but you didn't because someone convinced you to eat some of it. And then the next thing you knew, you were in a mattress-covered room naked.
You're
with
like
a bunch of strangers. You're like, how did I get here? It all started with the buffet.
I think once that's how they get you is you're like, oh, the buffet doesn't look bad, shrimp cocktail. And then you eat one and then all of a sudden you're just like, I've crossed the line. I've already crossed the line.
Share your wife.
Yeah. Tara says the buffet is for after or in between, I think. I don't think that people are participating and also eating at the same time. But are there like rounds? Like, do they blow the whistle? It's like, all right, it's halftime, everybody.
No,
let's get some. Let's get some.
Anybody on the A lunch schedule. If there's anybody on the A lunch schedule, you have 15 minutes now at the buffet before going back to your previous activities. B lunch will be in 25 minutes.
Now, these people are over 45. They need 24 hours and some hydration before they can get back to it. I mean, they're not like powering through and they're like, I need some good church potatoes or whatever those things are called.
Some deer velvet. Some deer velvet, some rhino horn.
By the way, also there is from the sheriff's department pictures that the woman that's in front of the banner, there's a website for this. I don't know if we want to give them out the free publicity, but the website is down. That they have at caligulany.com. The website is down, but they do have a Twitter account. So if you want to follow at Caligula NY on Twitter, you can get updates when they're back up and running.
On the watch list immediately.
They have not tweeted since 2013 when they had, it looks like, I don't know, maybe it's some sort of like Thanksgiving tie-in because their last tweet was from November 27th. 2013, which was promoting this. I accidentally favorited the tweet. This Friday, November 29th, that they are having a post Thanksgiving. I guess I don't know. This is maybe a Black Friday sale. 12 hours of erotic fun from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. But you need to make a reservation for the Swingerthon 2013.
I'm showing up at 4 and done by 4:15 before pretty much anybody gets
Apparently
there.
It's every Friday.
Oh, it's every Friday?
Yeah. So there you go. Caligula. NY. Official Swingers Club of News AF?
No.
Yeah.
We're still
just giving out.
Yeah, we got to send Danny in to make sure that it's up to our standards.
We're not doing anything with a buffet.
Yeah. Prefer pickleball meetups if we're being honest.
Yeah. It's all you can eat and all you can
feed.
Man, playing match game.
No, don't try to do it, Rob.
All you can eat and all you can feed.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Let's say skeet.
And all you can skeet. Okay.
All right. All right.
Wait, why is yours better than mine? All you can eat, all you can skeet.
All right.
Yeah,
well, let's go from
let's go to this one because I've been
dying.
Are we on the same page, Andy? We want to talk about In-N-Out Burger in Colorado?
That's the one. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, this is like the complete opposite of the last story because the last story was all about love and buffet dining.
Was it about love?
This is all about fighting and long lines for fast food hamburgers because In-N-Out Burger has it's crazy in this country because you see like, all right, here's this place, like look at this line 2 miles long to get COVID tests, but apparently in Colorado they also have lines 2 miles long, but they are for In-N-Out Burger.
It's because it just showed up in the state. This video, the video of the fighting, is wild. I like just the video of the line of cars. Everything about this is out of control. People need to get
that, Rob, you are coming from the state where In-N-Out has always been prevalent since you've existed there. Utah.
It's not that great.
It's not.
None of this matters. Listen to me. this happens in Utah. When In-N-Out came to Utah first, this happened too. I don't know about the fights, but the lines were ridiculous. Chick-fil-A, the same thing. There's these mass or cult followings or whatever you want to call it of these fast food restaurants where
Then
people
call in the FBI if In-N-Out Burger is a cult that's causing people to have
If they start to build a compound
fight
in a
club.
deserted area,
Yeah,
right.
they
they
will.
get word.
They
With
can.
guns.
That's the thing. And I did read down some of the comments and stuff because people were like, In-N-Out's not even that good, blah, 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 blah. I got news for you. No fast food is really that
That's a
good.
point. Yeah, that's a good point.
And
Mhm.
In-N-Out is as good as any of the other ones. And if you prefer it, then it's better. And so that's what I think. I like In-N-Out's fries, and I do actually like their burgers just fine. I don't know if I would go out of my way to go to one, but if there's one there and I'm hungry, maybe I'll get it. Maybe I'll get it today.
Wait,
Just
Tyson, did you see this
Yeah.
fight?
Yeah,
You got to see
okay.
the fight and then tell me it's worth an In-N-Out burger is worth this.
First off,
I think if I'm seeing fights at In-N-Out every time I go, then I'm going to In-N-Out every
Yeah.
day.
yeah, this is like the equivalent of Tyson going to medieval times of like,
Yeah.
are you not entertained?
This is great.
with
and-
mutton in hand.
Yeah. I mean, I went to Pleasant Grove Junior High in Utah, and there were fights every day. And that's what kept me going to school, was
Yeah.
being able to watch those fights, knowing
they did
that there
fight
was
a
the
lot
small.
more.
Meet me
What?
out by the monolith at 3:00.
Our year, like kids fought a lot in high school. I felt like back when we were in high school in the
Dude.
90s. Not so much
Well,
anymore.
So I
mean,
went to Pleasant Grove Junior High, which was notorious for fighting and other, I think that, yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on at that high school. It was kind of known as the high school that was like, if you wanted to see a junior high fight, you'd go to Pleasant Grove Junior High.
Scouts came.
Then when I got transferred to schools, there was no fights. And then in high school, there wasn't a lot of fights either. But the junior high, you would see a fist fight and blood pretty much every day.
A lot of
Oh my
hormones.
god.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about this though, because
Yeah. You want
This
to see
to
the
me is
fight,
surprising.
Tyson?
Yeah,
gotta
let's watch
see
the fight.
Okay, all right. So you have to watch closely because one guy that we don't really understand why the fight happened, but once it happens, a guy is going to get punched so hard his pants fall down. So if you take a look, so you have two guys. There's a guy that's in like the gray who is
Yeah.
going to be doing most of the butt kicking, and then there's another guy, and so he's going to get beat up so hard that his pants get knocked off.
And they both
So-
come from out of
Yeah,
cars.
so,
and
Now,
who's the lady?
See this guy in the
Oh,
black shirt?
oh,
that
yeah,
he's
they
then,
came right off.
he then but when he's standing up, when he gets punched, he has pants on, and then when he gets up off the ground, then he falls. He's on top of a car. I don't know if he was chased.
That is the craziest thing I've ever seen,
and
dude.
it looks
his
like he's
pants
doing
fall
a
down.
flying kick over the hood of
And-
the car.
Yeah. And
Gosh,
no
he's not
word.
wearing any pants.
Yeah,
all for a
here it is
hamburger.
in slow motion again. Here is
See, he
this
fights
guy
like a-
pulls him off the car and knocks him to the ground, and then now he has his pants have fallen down.
It's like when people get hit by cars and their shoes pop off.
This is the most embarrassing thing for
Yeah,
this man
really.
that's pants have fallen down. And he's not even pulling him up. He's just walking around with them around his ankles like he's
owning
Yeah,
it.
it's boxers. If anybody was
Yeah.
curious,
it's real
Uh,
boxers. Do you remember when people used to wear
Yeah.
real boxers instead of boxer
Well,
briefs?
that's
That was
what
crazy.
these guys are boxers. I think.
They are. What a blast from the past of regular baggy boxers.
Right.
And
Yeah, no masks to be seen either in this.
if this happened and
In-N-Out
in a
fight.
junior high school, this guy in the boxers would have to have his entire family uproot themselves and move to a different state, because this guy would then always be known as the guy whose pants fell down when he was in a fist fight.
Guys,
Mhm.
14-hour wait.
Mhm.
The next day it was an 8-hour wait, so it had been reduced. This is Denny Warnick, In-N-Out's vice president of operations, he said that he was thrilled with the reception.
Yes,
Yes.
14-hour wait. I mean, how bad? Like, were you hungry when you showed up? Did you bring multiple
yeah.
snacks
Yes,
with you?
yes.
Like,
Yes.
do you have to pack a picnic lunch of?
Listen, I've never had food that is so good that it's even worth an hour wait. If I go to a restaurant and they're like, it's going to be an hour, I'm like, never had food that good. We're out of here. And they always look a little offended, but they also always know it's true. Even
I've
half
never
an hour.
had
there's-
any food worth fighting for or
Mhm.
have my pants ripped off for in public.
Yeah.
Like there's no food that good.
Like I would
Yeah.
understand if this was like, oh, this is the Colorado Food Bank. These people have no
Yeah,
food
that makes
and they have to
sense.
wait 14 hours to get. This is a sad story.
To
These
get a
people
warm
are
hamburger.
waiting
Yeah.
to get a 2x2.
A 2x2 with extra crispy fries. Maybe they're getting animal style though, which is gross. But if you're doing that, that's a thing that In-N-Out does. Secret menu, guys. That's so cool about them is they don't even put that on their options, but it is an option if you know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Ted from Connecticut saying, Tyson, if you're unwilling to wait an hour for food, then you've never tried the Caligula buffet. Caligula.
Caligula buffet.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think- is there a long line to get in?
There's at least an 80-person
Yeah.
line.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's a
Now
long
there
line
is.
to get in, but you have to be on the train and you start at the back. You start at the back and work your way up. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's just one other story, and then we'll do the bolt hole. Okay. That the airline British Airways apparently is down on its luck. They have been selling off a bunch of their service items. Tyson, are you interested in British Airways plates, champagne flutes, forks, knives for your home?
Wow. No, but my
Socks?
dad's a huge British Air fan. And but he's had some issues with them over the past little while as they keep canceling flights on him.
Yeah.
So he's I think maybe like 2 months ago my dad would have been interested in some of this stuff, but now that he's had to keep rebooking flights as they just changed, like they're like, oh, we canceled that flight, but don't worry, we're going to get you there a day and a half early. And he's like, I don't want to go then.
Yeah.
And so he's it would be funny.
Is this for collectors, Danny?
I think it's just they're in desperate times and
Mhm.
they're selling off their stuff, and there are collectors for sure. There are aviation enthusiasts who, love some of that old stuff, especially, way back when. But, I read a separate article about how they're dismantling cruise ships
Yes.
in some of
And
these
selling them off.
No, so they're dismantling. So the Carnival Cruise Ship sends their ships to a port in Turkey to get broken
dismantler?
down, and supposedly
Why don't
breaking
they
down.
just send it to my house and Marlo, my 2-year-old, would tear that fucking ship apart in like a
little
day and a half.
confused, because like what, you're just giving up? Like the world's never going to return to normal. You're just like, hey, let's get rid of some of these ships because it's too expensive to hold on to them. But
they're
supposedly,
updating.
if you work in that shipyard and you get a cruise ship, it's like a treasure chest as you dismantle it. It has all sorts of stuff. They send it. It talked about how there's pianos in there. They just are like shipping it full of goodies to these places, poverty-stricken ports in Turkey and a couple other places. And if you're one of those people who's out there with a welder, breaking down the ship, it's like, who knows what you'll uncover? That to me sounds more exciting than buying British Airways unused. Silverware.
Anything sounds more exciting than buying British Airways silverware.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, dude, you cut open every cabin with your torch. Who knows what you're going to find?
Yeah, you could find a bunch of stuff in there. And but I really do. We call Marlo the dismantler because you leave her in the kitchen for a little while. She's dismantled the whole thing. You leave a bag on the ground. Its contents are definitely not in the bag anymore, and they're spread out throughout the house. So I think we could maybe, if those shipyards get a little too hectic there in Turkey, send a cruise ship to Arizona, and we'll dismantle it for
It'd
you.
be cool to run around a cruise ship, an empty. I don't like cruise ships, but if it was completely devoid of people, I think it'd be more fun.
Well, what if the cruise ships went to international waters? Club Caligula ended up shipping out of port and throwing their parties on a cruise ship. Even if it's dismantled and all they left was the old mattresses, you'd think that they'd have enough for what they need.
Dude, that's all you need when you run a party room like the Caligula. All you need is mattresses. Everywhere you look, mattresses
That's
on
why
the
they
walls,
need the
floor.
app to tell them where the outdoor sex furniture is. Because if you're going to have a sex party
Has to be
right now,
outside.
people, that ideally your sex party should be outdoors.
I've talked about the Sex Couch app for a long time, and none of our listeners have made it for us.
And also that there was a story last week that I was that did not make the cut about how that they were saying that perhaps that you should be wearing a mask and not have any kissing during intercourse, Danny.
What?
Do
people kiss during intercourse?
Yeah.
By the way, can we go back to the couches? Because there was a time there, maybe last year, the couches all disappeared. And then suddenly, they must be a summer thing, obviously. There's a whole new group of couches up here on the benches in the wilderness.
You haven't been tagging me in them?
Every time I run, I put them in my Strava picture sometimes when I see them, but the number of couches has exploded. Yeah.
You got to post them all to the News AF Facebook page, dude.
There's just
that'll give you some content.
I'm always
to
in the
share.
middle of a run. It's not like the first thing I think of.
Yeah, but snap a picture and then go back later and post it.
Mm-hmm.
Your popularity would skyrocket.
You're right. If I just became the Sex Couch guru guy, and then we work together on that app, get some funding from the Quibi guys.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they're all over. So if you're interested, now's the time. I guess it's the season.
Sex Couch season.
Yeah. Sex Couch season. Yep.
Are you interested in hearing about some hard times for the world's sexiest doctor?
Oh yeah, let's hear what happened to this guy.
All right.
Can we see pictures too?
Yeah, I'll bring it. I'll bring up the this world's sexiest doctor finds himself in a little bit of trouble. He's actually named Dr. Mike. Good news
we know
there
Dr.
for
Mike.
Yeah, for friend of the podcast, Dr. Mike. Okay. Here's Dr. Mike, world's sexiest doctor. Okay, great. But what good is being the world's sexiest doctor if you can't fly down to Miami and have a party maskless with a bunch of women on a boat?
That's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah, and all the money in the world and nowhere to spend it.
Right. So Dr. Mike, of course, we always really appreciate our doctors, especially right now. But Dr. Mike was, I guess, I don't know who named him the world's sexiest doctor, but
himself.
Now I think he's lost the title.
He did just because of this?
Yeah.
So they found someone sexier?
Forever.
Yeah. So now the second sexiest doctor gets the title, I think.
Which is who?
I'm not sure yet.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah. Here he also, then I don't know, there's like some YouTube videos of like him cracking a woman's back. I don't know. Is he a chiropractor? I don't know.
So really, not even a real doctor.
Yeah, I don't know what he is. But I think that he probably got some recognition during this time of that he has been stressing the importance of wearing a mask to stop COVID-19. But then, also he's got to get his sexy doctor thing on.
By the way, 2020 was the worst year to be declared the sexiest doctor.
Yeah,
according to
right. But
and is this Club Caligula or whatever?
No, he was. Here's the crazy thing, Tyson. He was in New York. He could have just hit up Club Caligula. Instead, he flew down to Miami to party with all these women.
He just wasted money on a flight, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, well, you know what, Dr. Mike.
Hey,
sorry, bud. You broke the rules, my man.
Sorry.
You're gonna get canceled. Cancel time.
Yeah, Dr. Mike is that here he is. That he's also been featured on television as well. That he's done like hits for CNN. But people are out on Dr. Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Here he's talking with Dr. Fauci.
What?
Well,
find a new sexy doctor. Instagram.
Yeah. Come on, Instagram.
Yeah.
So many doctors to choose from.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram does have a lot of doctors to choose from.
Yeah.
Here he is on a helicopter. All right.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait. Where is he in Utah?
Yeah, this is from a couple years ago. This is not recent.
Everyone on a helicopter is suspect.
All right. So, Danny, are you ready for our Bolt Hole this week?
Yeah.
All right.
Take me there with the song.
All right. Coming to you straight out of Caligula, New York. Here is Danny's Bolt Hole.
Welcome to my bolt hole. I think
you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Yeah.
So good.
Beautiful. So my wife was looking at a present to buy for one of our nieces, and she came across some Lego, small, those little easy to put together Lego sets that are like 50 pieces.
Yeah.
They depict like a scene in Frozen. So she bought it and then overheard the mother of this niece saying how she hates Legos.
Oh.
So now she's like, well, what should I do? And I'm like, dude, don't listen to the mom. You buy for the kid, right?
Yeah.
And then let the mom deal with the whatever happens. She wants to take them away.
Yeah.
That's her.
If my kids only got toys that I like, they would have nothing.
Exactly. No toy that ever made any noise would have ever been purchased for my kids.
Mhm.
Anything with tiny pieces, gone. But Legos are a pretty big deal. And I'm sure you guys saw this. This wasn't my first choice for the bolt hole, but my other story disappeared in my little document here. So I'm going with the Legos, because Legos, once your kid decides to become a Lego kid, it's everywhere and it's everything.
Mhm.
And they lay out there. And I know, because I have a kid who just barely finished like a 500 piece Lego set, and it took forever. It consumed almost the entire kitchen. And to my shock and amazement, he did finish it in like 2 or 3 days, which
Yeah.
seemed,
Wow.
well, I know. I'm like, wow, sign
Isn't
this
that the
kid up
best?
for Harvard.
Yeah.
Like, what are the odds? But anyway, the biggest Lego set is being sold. Have you guys seen this?
No.
Is it
It's
a
a-
Star Wars one?
No, actually, surprisingly, it's not. It's the largest set the toy maker has ever released, and it's 9,000 pieces.
I think I saw it. I think I saw an advertisement for it.
Do you remember what it was?
No.
It's the Coliseum.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
I see
here's the
that.
crazy thing. $550. So you're
Mhm.
giving Legos $550 to give you a ton of work, right? Because
Yeah,
your
but it's
kid
like a
is probably
puzzle.
gonna
It gives
give
you
up.
time, and you're
No,
just
it
like,
looks so boring. It's all one color.
It is kind of boring. Like, they had the Millennium Falcon, which was an $800 one, which would probably be more exciting. But that's what I thought too. I thought, dude, first of all, when you buy this for somebody, you better know for a fact that this is what they want, right?
Yeah.
Or the kid can actually finish it. Otherwise, what you're doing is giving
This is
yourself
not for a kid.
very-
This is for a grown up.
Okay, yeah. I don't think about grown-ups doing this because I can't
Mhm.
imagine a grown-up doing this, but you're right. This isn't for kids. Not even my kid could do this. And I wouldn't want to bust $550 of Legos for my kid to try and put it together and hand it just spread out. Because the problem is, I think, with these sets, once you buy these sets, if you're a Lego person, the sets get mingled in. If the kid doesn't finish it, all
Yeah.
the pieces get
Yeah.
mixed in all the different bins. What are the odds you'll ever be able to assemble this if you don't do it immediately after getting it?
I would estimate in the last 5 years, I think we've gotten 30, 35 Lego sets. There is not one assembled Lego thing at my house. At one point, I think that they probably mostly all were, but they all have just like, we just have like garbage cans filled with loose Legos at this point.
Yeah. And I feel like these are the types of projects you glue from the beginning,
ooh,
which is
smart.
something I always wish I would have done with my 7-year-old, because he has tons of cool ones, but they're just one misplaced soccer ball away from going in the garbage.
Mm.
Gotta glue.
Don't
from-
tell you. We better put that in the outside garbage, Danny.
Oh, no, I'm gonna hire the kids garbage man to come and take it out to the desert.
Bring
and
in the
burn it.
rug. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Good
I
idea.
mean, if you know a Lego person who's an adult or a kid who's extremely disciplined, and I'm sure a kid that can finish this is also the kind of kid that can not eat a cookie when being,
Marshmallow test.
yeah, the marshmallow test. So you've got a great kid if he can finish his $550 set. But there's another idea. So now we've got Oprah's list. We've got this Coliseum. And what we're doing here now is just giving you, and Tyson, I think you've promised to give us a list of Christmas gifts.
Hmm.
Yeah, I definitely have.
So we're just helping you out here.
Yeah. It'll be pickleball stuff mostly, but along those lines of gluing stuff together, Bergen's Barbies all have shoes on them. And I super glued all of the shoes on those Barbies because I was sick of looking for the shoes and putting them and matching them to the right Barbie. And finally I was like, this is done. I'm super gluing them. But the super glue with plastic on plastic does not hold that great, but it's better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
Yep.
What about tape?
No.
Maybe like a double-sided stick tape might work pretty good actually to jam the foot in there and then get it going.
No,
really,
you
the
would like
super glue.
you want to tape those shoes like an NFL player in the locker room and just like
wrap it around,
wrap
duct
it
tape.
around. Yeah, yeah.
So
Make
yeah,
sure those cleats don't fall off.
that's a good point.
Mhm.
So now we could do both.
Mhm.
Miniature Barbie
Actually, that's
size
a good
duct
idea.
tape.
Double up.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Danny or Tyson, you want to talk about this week?
No, I think we covered it all. I mean, we really did hit all the stories that were sticking out in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
Buffet.
just make sure to hashtag give thanks and brag about all the cool stuff in your life so that your friends and family can know how thankful you are for all the money you have to spend on all the cool things that you're thankful for.
Well, if you don't tell people, how will they know?
It's true. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just thankful that, I made a bunch of money that was able to afford me this really nice house and this super perfect family. So
Mhm.
sorry for everyone else's losses.
Sarcasm noted. That
All
was kind
right.
of like the most depressing Thanksgiving speech I've ever heard.
Mhm.
Why?
I don't know. It didn't sound very happy.
Sincere?
Sincere. Yeah.
Well, I'm just going through Facebook and seeing all these things. Anyways, when am I playing pickleball next? Tonight, I'm playing in Scottsdale. Gonna go rip some pickleball. I play with this group that's way better than me, and this dude showed me this super dirty move that you
A
can.
dirty
How-
move?
Is it legal? If it's legal, it's
legal.
not dirty.
It's legal. So you serve, but instead of serving cross court, you hit it as hard as you can at the other person that's not cross court in doubles. And if you hit them before the ball bounces, it's a point for you. So you're
Oh, so
So you're just
purposely
trying
aiming.
to like peg people with the ball?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. It's called the Nasty Nelson.
This
Nasty
could completely
Nelson.
change the sport. If
Yeah.
the number one influencer
Yes.
starts using the Nasty Nelson,
Yes.
pickleball could become dodgeball with paddles.
Yeah, I think that the Nasty Nelson was actually patented at Caligula, New York.
Was.
I think.
Yeah, it was. But now that they're kind of out of business, pickleball world has taken it over.
It did involve the buffet. That's why it was there.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, no word if there was going to be some sort of like a special Thanksgiving service at Caligula, New York, also.
There will be
Yeah, yeah.
turkey
All
legs
right.
for everyone.
Mm-hmm. All right. Danny, will Mediocre Amateur be going out to comb the Utah wilderness for more monoliths?
Actually, I will be going out there.
Will you
So-
come pick me up first?
No, you're way too far away. That's completely out of my way. But next time I'm flying down there, I will be scanning vigorously from side to side. I mean, it is
vigorous
harder
the
than you
word?
think. Yes,
So you're just
vigorous.
The vigorous scan.
Yeah, side to side.
Okay.
And hopefully, I mean, it's hard to see things from the air, but maybe the sun hits it just right, shines in my eye.
Blinds you as you crash your chopper right down on top of the obelisk, having it penetrate the chopper's engine so that you're unable to. Dude,
Stop it, and the whirly
Yeah.
bird keeps just chopping me off slowly, like piece by piece, as it slides down the pole.
yeah, man.
Yeah, what a nightmare!
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'll be looking for it, Rob. Believe me, I'll be looking for it.
All right. Danny, keep us posted and check out Mediocre Amateur for all of those updates. And Tyson, tomorrow night is we're back with Rob versus Tyson.
We're actually Boston Rob is in Boston for the holidays.
Oh.
So I'm going to be playing Among Us with some of the contestants from Expedition Online.
Oh, okay.
So
all
that
right.
we will be streaming it. And if we need people to fill in, you're more than welcome to join us, Rob. Would that interest you?
Then I would love to play more Among Us.
Sounds like
but
you're going to say no.
yeah, I'm going to say that you got to look. I need more than 24 hours notice. I got a busy
It is.
podcast.
It's 24 and a half hours. It's
yeah.
let me see. It's like 35 hours notice.
Yes. All right.
Not enough?
Not enough, but
Right.
I would I would play Among Us again.
Okay. Well, it
Okay.
sounds like you would, but also you're not. So
I don't. You know what? I don't really love it. My son,
Loves
he loves it.
but didn't you enjoy hanging out with the group?
Yeah, it's fine. That I like that part. But in terms of the actual game, I get a little bored with it.
Yeah, sure. But we have fun chit chatting. It's
Mhm.
not about the game, it's about the company.
Yeah.
The company you keep. That's what makes it entertaining. Danny,
Mhm.
I'd invite you, but I already know your stance on video games. If they're not pornographic in nature, you will not partake.
So what am I playing? Like Grand Theft Auto nonstop?
Leisure Suit Larry. Yeah.
Beat 'em and eat 'em on Atari. That's a real game. Yes.
I don't know that one. That's in the Caligula arcade. All right. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back with more News AF next Tuesday. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
We did it, guys.